Hello guys, it is Gate of Theories here, and recently the brand new series of My Mum Tracy Beaker has now officially been confirmed. Series 2, called We Are the Beaker Girls, will be following the storylines from the second book by Jacqueline Wilson and will be premiering on CBBC and iPlayer. So, since on this channel we loved the first My Mum Tracy Beaker series, we thought we'd gather all the information we know about Series 2 and see whether we can perfectly predict what will happen. But before we go any further, please make sure that you click that red subscribe button down below and have your notifications turned on so that you get notified every time we make any brand new videos. So, on the 18th of August 2021, the BBC announced that My Mum Tracy Beaker will be getting a sequel which will be premiering at some point later this year. Filming began in late August in Bristol, and if the show does the same as what it did with Series 1, we can expect the series to be airing around December time of this year, as it took 4 months from filming to be on our screens last time. This series will be a 5-part series, which is 2 more episodes than Series 1. But whether this will be just 5 episodes or be turned into an extra long movie is still not confirmed, but since it's 5 parts, I have a feeling it will just be split into individual episodes. One of the big questions with the show is how will it be aired, because My Mum Tracy Beaker was aired as a film on iPlayer on the first day, but each episode was aired on CBBC over a weekend special. However, you can't really do that with 5 episodes, so I reckon either they'll do a week special with every weekday having an episode airing, then ending on a Friday, or they might completely change things and release each episode every week. Personally, I prefer this option, but we'll just have to wait and see. So, the big question is, of course, who's returning? And of course, Danny Harmer and Emma Davies are both confirmed to be returning as Tracy and Jess Beaker. Other characters confirmed to be returning and played by their current actors are Sean Godfrey, Cam, Justine Littlewood, Mary, and Noah Leacock confirmed on Instagram he was returning as Tyrone as well. But currently there is no confirmation of Ruth Gemmell returning as Carly Beaker. This is probably because the character doesn't make an appearance in the book, but I'd still love to see her. It is also likely we'll see Peter played by the new actor we saw at the end of My Mum Tracy Beaker, as he plays a vital role in the book. However, we could also see Elaine the Pain and Louise returning. They're not technically in the book, but they did return for the Someday music video, so if the show wanted to, I'm sure it could get them to return. Whether we get any other returning characters is currently still unknown, and whether it will tie into the current series of The Dumping Ground is also still unknown. And the series is also introducing some new characters. We have Jordan, played by Chi Megan Ennis McLean, and the elderly shopkeeper Flo, played by Alabae Parsons. So, what actually is The Beaker Girls about, and what will the plot of Series 2 contain? At the end of Series 1 of My Mum Tracy Beaker, it showed Tracy, Jess, and Alfie travel away to the seaside town of Cooksey, where they found the Dumping Ground antique shop. This new series continues on from that, but with Tracy and Jess now working and living in the junk shop with the elderly shop owner Flo. And already the cast and crew have been seen shooting in Whitchurch, Bristol. However, just before the announcement of Series 2, Danny Harmer took to social media to reveal she is currently pregnant, so fans have been wondering whether this pregnancy will be added into the story or not. But Danny Harmer went to her Instagram story and said,
asking if Tracy is pregnant too. No, she's not, just me, Danny, separate person. So we're just having to wear very, very big clothes. So hopefully you won't be able to tell. We'll see.
And as you can see from the photos, they are trying to hide the pregnancy under her clothes. So that's basically all the information we currently know about this upcoming series, but because we have the book, we can also try and guess what each episode will actually be about. So I'm going to give a slight spoiler warning for the rest of this video, as My Mum Tracy Beaker did follow the storylines of the book very strictly, so I have a feeling Series 2 will do the same. So, as usual, the story is all from Jess's perspective, and the Beaker girls are enjoying their life at the seaside, and throughout the book, Jess is wanting to get Tracy a new boyfriend after the aftermath of Sean Godfrey. At the beginning, Tracy gets a call from Sean Godfrey, but the reasoning why is because Tyrone wants to meet up with Jess, and is wondering why he hasn't been invited. Jess eventually allows Tyrone to come, however he has to bring Sean as he doesn't have any other form of transport. Tyrone gradually gets closer and even slightly romantically closer to Jess, but Jess just tries to stay all away from that, but it does include Tyrone holding her hand and even kissing her briefly on the lips. And wherever Sean goes, the paparazzi also follows as he is still living the celebrity life, so the media knows all about his and Tracy's relationship. Instead of Sean, Jess tries to get Tracy to get together with a food man named Bill who sells bacon rolls. However, he's old and already has someone even though he's not married, but Jess tells Bill that Tracy likes him, which isn't true, and it becomes quite awkward. But instead, Peter returns again in this book and seems like the perfect choice for Tracy. It looks like there could be a future for Peter and Tracy to be together, but Jess and Tracy see Peter with another man and assume he is gay. Although there is a hilarious scene where Peter pretends him and Tracy are together just to make Justine Littlewood jealous. However, this lie develops further into Peter actually asking Tracy out and revealing that he isn't gay and that the man before was just one of his past students. And the book actually ends with Tracy and Peter happily together, which if you've seen the original story of Tracy Beaker TV show, just seems very surprising. The other main storyline focuses in on a care kid named Jordan. Throughout the book, Jess and Tracy keep seeing a boy with a baseball cap acting strange like he needs help. First, it's rummaging through a bin for food, then carrying giant bags with an old lady, and then eating ice cream alone, and so on. Turns out the boy is actually a girl called Jordan who's on the run from her care home from having very bad experiences with foster parents. Jordan talks about how horrible she finds being in care is, and it is a very different type of story to the one Tracy has told Jess. This leads Jess to begin having visions of how terrible being in care is, including the idea of being physically hurt, such as imagining if her mum was hurt while she was in care. And the book hints at Jordan maybe even trying to kill herself at one point, but whether the show would go into this, we don't know yet. But then Tracy finds Jordan with Jess and tries to help. Jess and Jordan eventually become friends, but Jordan goes to live with Cam for a bit for some help, while Tracy contemplates whether she should become a foster parent, and Jess questions whether she is ready for another Beaker girl and to share her mum. But eventually, Tracy fosters Jordan and she becomes a Beaker girl too. And then just some small other side plots that happen in the book are Tracy tries to prove to Cam and Mary that she can run the antique shop, but finds Mary a bit condescending, mainly because she's a teacher. Tracy struggles with this a lot throughout the book, like trying to get Jess into the best school she can find. And Justine also reveals that her father is currently in a care home with dementia, and he can barely even remember her, and she fears Tracy might want to get back with Sean because Sean is texting her a lot, but eventually she just goes back with Sean in the end. And finally, the elderly shopkeeper Flo ends up liking an elderly man called Lawrence. And that pretty much sums up the entire book. Like I said before, the original series stayed very true to the plot points of the book, so I wouldn't be surprised if series 2 does the exact same with this book, and all we've discussed in this video is what actually happens in each episode. But anyway guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let us know down below in the comments what you're excited for about We Are the Beaker Girls, My Mum Tracy Beaker Series 2. Let us know what you think will happen. Do you reckon it will follow the book really strictly like the first series did? And are you excited that we're getting a few more episodes? And are you just really excited that we're finally getting some more Tracy Beaker again? And as always, we've been here at Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.